Who are the major players in Ghislaine Maxwell's sex abuse trial? Here is a summary of the individuals likely to play a major role in the trial, which is expected to last 6 weeks. Opening statement of Ghislaine Maxwell's sex abuse trial are expected to begin on Monday, nearly 17 months after prosecutors alleged the British socialist recruited and groomed underage girls to give sexualized massages to deceased financier Jeffrey Epstein. Here is a summary of the individuals likely to play a major role in the trial, which is expected to last 6 weeks. The defendant, Maxwell, 59, arose to prominence as the daughter of late British media magnate Robert Maxwell, who owned tabloids including the Daily Mirror. Robert Maxwell died in 1991 when his body was found floating near the Canary Islands after he went over the side of his yacht named Lady Ghislaine. Maxwell moved to New York in the early 1990s and became romantically involved with Epstein, an investor who befriended elite executives and politicians. Epstein died by suicide at age 66 in 2019 and in Manhattan cell awaiting trial on sex abuse. In July of 2020, Maxwell was arrested at a spacious remote home in New Hampshire and later transferred to Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. The accusers. Federal prosecutors' indictment of Maxwell details her interaction with 4 alleged underage victims. Prosecutors say Maxwell groomed them by doting on them and undressing in front of them to normalize inappropriate conduct. One accuser, who is expected to testify, Annie Farmer, has publicly identified herself. Farmer said she was when Epstein abused her at New Mexico Ranch in 1996. The indictment alleges Maxwell gave Farmer, referred to as minor victim, to an unsolicited massage while Farmer was topless and encouraged her to massage Epstein. The other 3 alleged victims will testify under pseudonyms. The experts. Maxwell's defense intends to call Elizabeth Loftus, a physiology professor at the University of California at Irvine, who argues that people can be manipulated into having false memories. She has testified in or consulted for hundreds of trials, including those of O.J. Simpson and Harvey Weinstein. The prosecution plans to call Lisa Rocchio, a physiologist who has studied how underage sexual abuse victims who have been groomed may not immediately recognize their experience as abuse and sometimes do not come forward until years later. The lawyers. 3 of the assistant U.S. attorneys litigating the case, Alex Rosmiller, Ali Moy and Maureen Comey, has been prosecuting Epstein before his death. Maureen Comey's father is former FBI Director James Comey. One of Maxwell's lawyers, New York defense attorney Bobby Steinman, has previously represented individuals facing terrorism charges, including a man who pleaded guilty to supporting Al-Qaeda. Another member of Maxwell's defense team, Christiana Everdell, worked on the investigation and arrest of convicted drug trafficker John L. Chapo Guzman as a prosecutor. The judge, U.S. District Judge Alison Nathan, is presiding over the case in Manhattan Federal Court. Nathan, 49, was nominated by former President Barack Obama to the court in 2011. She presided over the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission suit against Tesla Inc. chief executive Elon Musk, which ended in Musk agreeing to new vetting rules over his use of Twitter. Earlier this month, Nathan was nominated by 2nd U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Nathan said she was honored by the nomination but would see the Maxwell's trial through to completion. Thank you.